Welcome back. Welcome back. So last time when we were together, we talked about EndNote, and I gave it a bit of a rave. I gave it a bit of a shout out, and I introduced some of the ways that this program can help you manage the PDFs and cite the electronic books that you will be reading as part of this course. Remember, this is an experimental electronic course which is going to be teaching an introduction to ethnographic research methods and an introduction to ethnic studies. But because it's an electronic course, I've curated a range of electronic resources, and we can't assume that you have the skills and we can't assume that you've downloaded the programs for you to easily interact with the books and the videos and the audios and the EndNote library and the I.9 mind maps that I've provided you. And so today we're going to be talking about mind maps and mind mapping programs, and I'm specifically going to be talking about I.9, which is actually the program that I'm using in all of these presentations. There are a number of advantages for someone teaching to be using a mind map. In my opinion, it's easier than a PowerPoint presentation. It takes less time. I'll be showing you some of the functions which make it a very, very quick way to bring all your ideas together and to organize them in order and importance, and to add graphics and hyperlinks and videos and all sorts of stuff. I'm specifically going to be talking about I.9, but there are a number of other mind mapping programs available. I.9 has a free version. I've already mentioned this, but when something is important, you need to say it more than once. Okay, so this is a very brief introduction to I.9. Now, I've already in previous lectures I provided you a link to the website, PC versions, Mac versions, mobile versions. There are free versions, there are paid versions, and so mind maps are one of a number of ways that you can bring together ideas and information and order them and add to them and expand to them. You are able to use mind maps to write notes, all sorts of stuff. You can use them for logistics, but mind maps can kind of work as a center for any files that you have on your computer and any links that you might want to make to the internet. So it is primarily used to organize, to write down and to organize your ideas, but it is far, far more than that. Now, it's going to be difficult at this stage for me to demonstrate some of the functions of this program because I've got this program running in the background. We will have to find a way of doing that at some stage in the future. And so it gets down our ideas. This is the most basic use for this program. Ideas that can be manipulated. We can make we can change the place of certain ideas. We can have sub-ideas to that, and we can change the order. And these can produce outlines. Mind mapping programs, as well as having the map itself, has a section where we can be writing notes. And what mind maps will allow you to do is you can export the mind map as a Word document or as an RTF. And this can provide outlines for you to begin writing, for example, term papers or notes on particular topics. Another common use for mind maps is in writing projects. I'm going to be talking about mind maps and using mind maps when we talk about research, but let's deal with some of the basics here. Writing projects, I can add EndNote references that I want to interact with in a mind map. I can split my screen and I can have a mind map on one side and my file manager, it may be Finder if I use Mac, or Windows Explorer if I'm a PC person, and I can drag a PDF into a mind map, and it can either embed that PDF in the mind map or provide a link. Now, again, my advice is for you to just link things, not embed things, because depending on how big your mind map is, you will find that your hard drive is going to balloon out. Now, another very, very useful thing that I do when I am writing with the help of a mind map is, after I've read a book, I write notes in either an RTF version or a Word version, and I can link the notes that I've made in Word, they're saved as RTF or Word, and this is an easy way for me to find these notes. Far easier than when if I was writing something, I have to all the time go back into my file manager and I have to scroll through all of the files that I have and try and find the one. That's the old way. The new way is when I've got a writing project or any project. I have a mind map, and as a subsection of my mind map, I may have references, I may have ebooks, I may have notes, and it's so easy. All I do, I've already dragged in the notes that I'll be working with, I've already dragged in the ebooks that I have been reading, I already have a list of the references that I'll be using when I cite, and I just open my mind map and I click for that folder, or I click for that file in the mind map, and it takes me to the part of the Finder or the Windows Explorer. I press enter, boom, there it comes. So easy to find. So easy to find. So that is mind mapping, and in the next section we're going to be talking about Microsoft Word, about word processors, about how we should use them and how we shouldn't. Again, we need to make sure that we have some basic study and IT skills sorted before we begin to dive into the content of this experimental electronic course about ethnographic research methodology and ethnic studies. So we're going to be talking about Microsoft Word when we meet next time. Thanks very much.